Hello and welcome. Right, I've got this open for a reason. Obviously, we did very well out of what we did. 17's a little bit pricey, but then is big. 16 is, yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I've had a good look, obviously. It's not so good, a little bit better, but obviously 103,000, 63. Now, that to me, although no, it's weird, isn't it? Sometimes you look at a field and you think, no, that's not much bigger. Bit of it is actually almost 1.5 times that, which is about 1.5 times the price. So that's okay. These are the ones we looked at all along, and I do like these. None of them are, yeah, the one's ploughed, one's cultivated, so that's going to be fine. We're not actually stealing it without doing the work. Well, we're paying for it, so we're not stealing it at all. Yeah, definitely buy both of those. That one I was always interested in because it's stupendously good as well as being very reasonable. This one is for a garden, grape garden, grape productions and olive productions. I'd like to do that. We're in France, just makes sense. Just I haven't got the time or the energy. I'm not sure about animals. I'm not sure about in any of them. We'd have to do it straight away, and you've not got the cash to do it, really. Not no matter what enclosure you use, your money would be such a tight thing with 200,000. Unless we earn, even if we did 300,000, it would be all you can do. And I've got to be honest, from an entertainment perspective, I'm not sure. I know we're not long, but I did it a long time ago. It's a bit of a test run on one of the German maps. And I played it back myself, and I found it one of the most boring. If you add animals to an already existing Let's Play as an addition, it's fine, but you centre around just animals, and there's not enough going on. You cycle through the months, you feed your animals, you cycle through the months, you feed your animals, you cycle through your months, you feed your animals. It's just there's too little in it. So yeah, I'm just not sure. And this is such short runs that we need to basically make such a hard sort of movement's the wrong word. We're going to leave that. That's definitely the money. Can't remember what was in that. Okay, yeah, we'd already got it. It was me thinking it was something new, but Courseplay is saying it's 4.4 meters. That's an awful loss. zero 0.9 of a meter. So I think what we ought to do is actually try the proper 5.3 meters next time we actually do it. One thing I did think was, now I've reloaded the game twice because it was a bit of testing, but not testing per se. I did tick the one that I was wanting to look at, and I was right. It's one of those, the one that I kept showing, the 40,000 one, by the MLT modding team or whatever. That's the one that was stupendous on seeds, to the point where you're like thinking, seriously, 1,800 seeds for that? It was that one that Kevin did tell me about. I don't know why I've still got it in. It's just too. It's fantastic, and I think it's only the seeds that's silly, but it's all good. But I don't mind. That's good, but that's believable loss. And there's also another one, which likewise. No, I've not ticked it again this time. I left it because I didn't save the game after I ticked it, and that also was a little bit. I didn't quite understand it. It was like 75,000 produces 75,000. I'm thinking, what have I got to put 75 tons in for that to work, or it will cover up to 75,000? So it's one of those where I'd want to test with it really, but yeah. So no time wasted. Although this is chatting, no, we're not working, so I don't know why I'm worrying. Yeah, that last work tour, we might have to do that. We might have to put. See, I'm trying to squeeze a lot in so much as, but it's possible that the time lapse is small, but the chatting's large as an explanation. And I want this to be a human Let's Play where it's just not a massive time lapse series. Although time lapse is more. Yeah, we are working in the time lapse almost straight away because of the time limit, but we still need to squeeze the actual work is only an hour long. That's always been the hypothesis. The one thing I wasn't sure about is sometimes, especially on Saturday, and that I'm not sure. Did I say we're not allowed a generator? I'm going to have to check my own rules. So I'm going to pause recording for a minute. If we are, it's going, and you have my sincere apologies for like cheating, but I'm going to have a look. So I'm going to be right back. No, I can breathe again. I didn't think I had, because this is more about. This has added an element. I did say this before, but it is quite amazing. This is a completely different thing for the game. Really is quite interesting. Whether or not you did the equipment thing, that's by the by. Really, it's more the time element that you bring in. From you've got to close up by such and such. The first and the last episode are always going to be a bit awkward. I said that last session or session before. That's true. But I've never had this like where you've got to like think about your time and think about this. It sort of brings a whole new elements to the game that is like quite different. So right, we bought all of our fields. Right, yeah, but with the clock's not started really. So yeah, I don't think as again the other thing is working said fields. I'm not sure with 53 and 54 whether we're going to join those. I did want to do a sugar beet thing. Now we haven't got a planter, have we? I'm sure we haven't. Oh, yes, we have. It's a little planter. We bought potato technology as well, though. Yeah, that is true. We've got field 39 as well, though, haven't we? So we could do field 39 as the tates, because that's a perfect, beautiful bonus. And those two are sugar beet, because they're not perfect, but they are good. And I think that would suit us down to the ground, really. Isn't there? No, this is not really work. This is looking. Yeah, I'm going to give myself that. It's not. Not. If I bought at that point, the clock's got to start. And this is the only bad thing. Is when you are used to going in and doing something, you have to say no. You can't do it like that. But yeah, I was just looking in pallets because again, this is. I'm trying to dig deep. No, it's poplar and sugarcane. I thought there was potatoes like that. No, there isn't. Yeah, I was going to do the Emperor Loop one, but I was thinking this is France. You could do that somewhere else. This is the true home of grapes and olives, really. So I thought, yeah, now we do need one of those. Now this is the annoying thing. We actually did. That is so slow that I'm never ever going to buy ever again. That is expensive each time, but not ultra. That's true. Potato pallets, because you can use potatoes. We all know that. And I've never done that ever. Just seems quite sensible. We know it devours. So I'm thinking we'd probably do that. I'm trying to think how many tons would you need. Because I don't want to cheat, but I don't really know, and I don't want to keep running back to the shop because I think, oh, I'm well under. Do we buy 15 tons? Because taters, I think we'll buy 2 for now. Now then, there's a point. Did we let's reset that just in case, and then we're gonna have to go back in again, and it's not too far in actually. Potatoes, I think it's before that. Yeah, it's one of the early ones. Potato pallets. So 1, 2. Fantastic. We are going to need some of the deaf things. I keep forgetting to start my engines. I keep forgetting to tab and start my engines. I normally do that. It's strange. It's early. Right. Okay. So are we going to? I could pause the thing and then start all my engines, my usual trick, and then bring you all back in. And also, no, because it's working. Starting engines is not, but what I mean is I was going to get everybody to the side of the field. You see, that's a habit, and this one you can't do that because the second you start working, you've got to start the clock. So with that in mind, yeah, I am going to just say my words. Yeah, this is episode 3 now, because obviously we did literally complete episode 2, and the time was not far off actually. It was about right. I did when it was time. That's I thought. There's a lot of chatting. Yeah, there's as much chatting as there is time lapse. On the last one was a before and an after with a bit of comparison. No, I don't think it. No, there wasn't too much chatting at the end, but there was quite a bit like now, a bit of an explanation as to what we're doing, why we're doing it, and where we're going type thing. So, right, grass. I just want to have a quick look before we actually start to see. It should really have a growth stage. That looks like second growth stage. It's not third. Yeah, I think we've been a bit better. I did want to bring this in as well, really, which would mean doing what we said, which was, because the containers themselves are good, would mean the shop having one of those. But I think with us doing, yeah, I think we're going to have enough with this Let's Play with doing, yeah, it's really weird how it goes straight into this. There is a field edge, but the grass is the same. Yeah, it's hard to actually see the edge of the field because I'm used to having it different, but it's better. It is more like it would be in real life, but obviously the game does it for a special reason. So I think we will bring this in, but I think we're going to bring this in. The other thing is, I'm not sure I explained well enough because I changed my mind. This is a bit of a different one where you're tweaking the rules as you go along, but not to try to suit yourself, but just to try to make it a little better. So we are now, I thought I'd make it a bit more simple than what I was saying to begin with. So we've moved from England to France. Now that was really, it was like England's the start point, and then we're moving to Western Europe. Now we're going to move to Eastern Europe, not including Russia. Russia's its own thing. So Eastern Europe, it can be anything. It can be Germany. I know Germany sort of splits the two in a way. It can be East or it can be West, because that is the specialness of Germany. So it can be any German map, Bavarian, Poland, any one of those that anybody chooses is our next port of call, our next set of 7. Then we're going to Russia, which is technically, well, no, it's its own continent, isn't it, really? So, yeah, but they're then going to Russia. If anyone knows of an Asian map at all, anything like Japan or, like anything else in that set that would be part of Asia, then by all means put it down. If not, we will go from Russia to one of the Australian maps. I think there are 2. But if you know of others, a bit like Castlenaud, I didn't even know it existed. It's not a mod hub, but it is a good, and it's a known. I do know MA7 Studios. I've actually spoken to them on their help desk because they helped create one of my favourite maps in FS19. So yes, I'm fully aware of who MA7 Studios is, who made this beautiful map. Doesn't surprise me because their hand was also in the building of Sudbury Meadows. So yeah, the fact that they had anything to do with it whatsoever, the main map maker, they said that. So even though their name was plastered all over it, I think they had something to do with it. I don't know what, but yeah, bottom line is that it is what it is. Why is our pH value only good? We definitely fertilise this as well. Oh, it is. Yeah, the edge of the field was a bit weird. It didn't sort of quite see it right, which is a bit strange, because it tried to blur the 2 fields in because there's no field edge, which is what I said before about if you don't do a field edge right. Yeah, it doesn't play nicely with even normal workers. So yeah, this might be a bit of a nightmare if you didn't have something like Courseplay and you didn't draw custom fields. I mean, I was surprised it did field 20 actually. Yeah, but you can see MA7 Studios has done a bit of an edge thing, but it doesn't seem to pick it up very nicely. It's not big enough. I found that on Stone Valley when I made my own field, so yeah. Right, now we know what we've got to do. So we're going to do, to refresh and recap, we're going to do potatoes. We are going to do sugar beets. Again, we've got to hit crops that are a little bit special. So I'm going to do that. Obviously we haven't got a sugar beet planter. We haven't really got cash to buy one at present. We have, but what I mean is it would literally kill us. We've also got to put some gardens and things like that down. That's going to take serious cash per one. So therefore, that's going to, and also the thing that I find is the expense of the seeds for them. Now I know of the cheapest seed thing in the game, but it's still not cheap. Yeah, it's still going to be quite expensive. The beautiful thing is it's right behind the shop. You can literally go down that little road. Well, actually, though, the little road is, I don't know if you can get through the shop. I think it's got a fence at the back like most shops. I think you've got to go that first little road that we often take here to do the shortcut there and then turn left instead and do that. So yes, that is a possibility. Oh, it's a grass field though. That is a grass field. You might be able to, there might be able to a little cut across there. With it being a grass field, you could maybe get permission off the owner of the field and talk to them about, because it's a grass field, travelling across. Oh, is it that important? Well, on this Let's Play, it does become important. That's what I'm really sort of saying. So we've got Tates, and we've got a Tate harvester, and we do need to plant sugar beets. So for that, what are we going to do? Did we check that? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we've not gone forwards. We're still in March. Yeah. So we have got some seeds, quite a lot of seeds, but they're all in the seeders. So if we're going for a plant, no, we've got the little planter. Yeah, I keep saying it. We were on about doing normal thingy crops, but yeah, I think we could actually make use of what we've already got. It's going to take a while, but we need to just set that going before we do anything else, really. And do we? I think we'll just do the two fields separately. And no, if we rip the headland, the small bit of headland, off that first, to be honest, I would say the game is going to completely understand what that actually is. Where did I stick the... Where did I stick... Oh, I did miss a bit. I thought I'd actually done that. I stuck the plough on the back of this right now. Now I'm going to do what I'm going to do. To separate the game, I'm trying to use the Castlenaud picture so that you know what it actually means. So I'm not working, I've just started the engine, but you could say I have. But yeah, what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop the recording, then I'm going to start the recording, but I'm going to separate it with a Castlenaud picture. That means time is a starting, and I could do the same for when time is a stopping. One of those segments lasts about 5 seconds. It's letting you know we're going into the chat section, because I think for both myself and yourself and our sanity, there needs to be some kind of a way of doing that, I think. We also need to scan the fields. That is also true. Right, so then I am going to say my words. We're going to go straight into a time lapse, but we're going to start the recording first. So, that is a point, yeah. I'm going to bring you straight back in, so I'm going to see you shortly. Right, now I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, coming out the time lapse. I know I'm still working, so the clock's still ticking. I can't see where I'm going. It's the only trouble. This is a bit blind, really. Yeah, it's the only trouble with liming. It's a bit difficult to see. Yeah, I've done the grass bits, the bit that was annoying me. I would like to do that, but there's so much equipment there at the minute that it's a bit of a nightmare. So, yeah, it'll have to wait. Stones, I know. Yeah. I thought, unless I've got a big one and I can rip quickly, it's the time limit. I thought a bit of damage to the equipment, I'll repair it. So let's just have a bit of a look. Yeah, and I also know, I didn't realise, but obviously you can see, oh wow, it allowed you to damage another farmer's field. I'm surprised at that. Wow. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't really allowed you to do it, but I suppose it's a game. But yeah, I made a bit of a mistake with the edge on this side, as you can see. There is a bit of missing over there where it missed the bit, and that's why I'm not a massive fan of draw fields. But I've got to be honest, without draw custom fields on this, we wouldn't be going anywhere. No, it is a bit of a nightmare. I knew it wouldn't allow me to plant, or it shouldn't have done, on their fields. It's a bit of... yeah, so that was obviously not planted. Should be. Really, there shouldn't be any weeds growing there, because there shouldn't be... yeah, you can see how much extra it is. But, oh, that's the trouble. You can't see the other screens from that one. So it really means that, yeah, you can't... there's nothing you can do about it, really. I can see a weed, so that's got to be... yeah, let's just do 2 rows down by that section. And then there's an entire section down the bottom, but I thought I'd bring it and talk as well as work, really, for this last little bit. Yeah, I'm quite pleased, even if this was a session. I mean, you've also got the other thing to do. I might link that with the rest of the time lapse. It's an entire new session of literally finishing the production gardens and all the rest of it. Because, yeah, that's... right, there's a little tiny bit there. Yeah, if I should really, if I carried on really with the time lapse a little bit previous, I think, looking at this, I should have really cracked on, because I am wasting work time when this is proper time now. So it should be. If we just go down, it won't. It shouldn't take anything unless it needs it, really. And if the seeds go down, we're definitely in business. But it is, I think it's about from the start of the field here. It's, yeah, just about here, I think. It should start taking seeds as well. It might be halfway down, but it should, yeah, we can see it actually, yeah, I mean, still it won't, it is only an animation until it's not. Until we actually hit the spot now, where we really should be taking seeds and fertilizer, which we don't. Oh yeah, it has, it's gone down 1 litre. Yeah, so smashing. Not a lot, it wasn't far out. And that's what I'm saying, it's a little bit imprecise, but in a situation like this is where draw custom fields really comes into its own. Because it's just so tricky. You can do what I did also, and like put your tractors there. It didn't work perfectly, because I thought... no, I started here. That's done already. Yeah, now we're down in tools, so now no longer are we working. Yeah, so it was literally a couple of minutes extra. Yeah, so let's have a look how we did. Yeah, we can see where the draw custom field is now. The bad thing is, when you go to draw custom fields, you can't see any of that. It's a bit of a shame, but no, it's nothing. Yeah, you can see it did allow us sort of to do that, which is a bit naughty. Yeah, really, if we look at this, that is where we needed to start. Yeah, and that threw me with the cutout of the field. That I thought that was going to be the edge, and it wasn't. It's in a little bit, so that's right. Obviously, we knew that was right, but it gets wider and wider as it goes along. Now I could see it at the corner of my eye when I was like doing something else, and I thought, oh no. I thought, well, it's going to come on in. It is. Ooh, we need to grab you, so there's a little bit more work. Yeah, let's just pull us off the field. We don't want the potatoes growing. Yeah, so we've done the fertilising, we've done the liming. Yeah, let's just do this properly. Ooh. fact that there's weeds also means, yeah. Right, so corner, and then we are going to leave it. Yeah. Right, smashing. So then, yeah, are we going to... Isn't that the same as... It was already ploughed, wasn't it, this one? No, cultivated. Yeah. Weed growing hoe, but that was because it went through the weeds. I still don't know that it will. We've got narrows on our sprayer, super sprayer, so it's not really right. That we're not working now. We literally are just chatting. So then, yeah, we can see that we have got. Yeah, I've got my gardens. I've never used the olive plantage by Akimobile. Always wanted to. So this is the I might crash and burn. It might be terrible. I've done 7 of those. I did 7 on Stone Valley. So we're going to do grapes in abundance, and we're going to do. Well, I'm hoping. Well, actually, no. That's why we're here. I'm showing you. I'm not activating. Yeah, I'm not. I've got to be quite precise about this because I'm so used to just going click, 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 switch on, switch on, switch on, that obviously I just want to show you what it's about. Yeah, the cycles on this are reasonable. They are quite good. 7 of them will be quite good at all. So we're gonna. The beautiful thing about the old General Mill is you can create grape juice with no loss. I mean, you're adding an extra water, but yeah, you get pig food and that for your grapes, which I really do like. It's a fantastic thing. Also, obviously, we can make olive oil from the olives, so that's going to be stupendously fantastic. Also, not it is lossless in so much as you get a byproduct. So, canolas and sunflower, the ones that they're less loss than normal. So this is a specialist, but it does lose some. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect process, and I like that. That's what I really admire about the Farmer Jeb things, that he's realistic. That other one that I was gonna put, this stupendous one, they're a little bit not cheeky. They've gone beyond cheeky, and that I don't mind cheek, but when it goes beyond cheek into the realms of pure fantasy, then yeah, I know it's a game, but I'd like I don't want to draw a line to being a fantasy. It's got to be based upon some realism, even if it's the best process in the world or whatever. But yeah, so we're going to have grape juice, olive oil, and yeah, the olive plantage. That's what I'm trying to look for because I've never seen. I think I saw it on the mod hub and I thought, oh, that looks quite good. So what is it? 524 times 500, is that 12,000? 12 tons? Seriously? I mean, I can see it's a bit of a complicated process. How much fertilizer? 10 tons of fertilizer. So we need 2 pallets of that. We've got a lot of herbicide, so we are going to, this is going to be useful as carrying all of that herbicide. And I was wondering, what am I going to do with I need to empty the tubs. I was going to stick a thing here, but now I can see. Now the empty pallets we're going to have to buy. Don't know how much it's going to cost us. Ooh, too much. Ooh, that is expensive. What is it? That is. Oh, it's exactly the same. It's a bit of deer, that is. Ooh. It is, but you've got to speculate to accumulate. And I did know this was going to be expensive. Obviously, yeah, the Omatana ones, they need seeds, water. And that might be a good idea to actually do the water distributor. I know I put the tap in the middle. We also need to buy manure. Now, we can buy it from the shop, so that will do. So we've got, again, it's just 10 tons per one. So when I said it's going to be a little bit expensive, that's 70 tons of solid fertilizer and 140 tons of manure. We might actually buy that loose with the 70 tonner and get a manure point, the proper manure point as a sell point. Put that at the shop if we're allowed, or on the edge of the field if not. Seeds likewise, we can. It's 10 tons. That's 5 sets. of the seeds. It's 2 tons, and yeah, it is. That's right. That's 5 per one. So yet again, a massive amount. So that's why I said this will be a session in itself, because this is going to take some filling. And I'd like to do it properly and fill it properly. So yeah, the Acubobile one, that's going to be dear too. But it is a business. I'm hoping it's going to, well, it's a bit, that is quite stupendous. But it's, yeah, obviously herbicide and fertilizers doubling the output plus 100%. So yeah, um, I think it needs it. That is the whole thing really. So yeah, well, no, I think looks like you don't have to do the herbicide, but being as that's the one thing we do have in abundance, we will do that. So yeah, we'll do that next session, a session in itself, and we will time lapse it. I just wanted to show you, obviously, yeah, precision farming and all the rest, because obviously it also reminds me, have I forgotten anything? So pH looks perfect. That bit there's a bit weird, but it's just the field. Yeah, you can see our bit of land that's not done. That's obviously, yeah, again, obviously that wasn't scanned, so I probably will, because I hate that kind of thing when it's not in. So we will scan it, just otherwise it won't fertilise or lime or anything, will it? Precision farming score overall 57, which or is that overall? No, it is, yeah, which is quite bad, really. But then we're going to do some weeding, and it's needed, so that's going to hopefully assist us a little bit in the right direction. It's because we're taking new fields on, I know that, but yeah. So the pH, nitrogen, likewise, absolutely spot on. So yeah, our fields are brilliant. Now there will be some to the normal. It should. We've got growth on everything, so that's all good. Yeah, the grass also will be there if we switch the weeds. There is a patch of weeds, but it's tomorrow morning that we're really going to hit that. Oh no, you can see the two fields. So yeah, it's a difficult thing. I think we're going to have to adjust the course for going forwards, because we don't want to be ripping someone else's field up. I know you can't or shouldn't be able to, but yeah, it's a bit imperfect. So yeah, we need to. That one was good. I was quite nicely surprised, although you can see a bit of brown around the edge, so it's not going to be perfect. We may need to do a bit of a harvest around that a little bit, and that's what I say. But without draw, you'd have had to. I suppose you could have run around the field. I prefer that method. The more I look at draw, the more I really prefer the running around the field. Yeah, really, with something with narrows would probably be ideal, because it's just a bit too imperfect. It takes about the same amount of time. That's why I'll keep saying draw. I thought I'd give draw a real good check today, but I still think I would have been far better to do a run around the edge of the field. Really looking for. I think I might actually do that, but again, it's got to be on camera, not off, because it's an extra job normally that I would pull in. Now we can't do that. So yes, we'll take the. I think with the Omatana, the smaller one, we'll take down to field 27 to do the watering for that little lot, and put the herbicide in the Acumobile and anything else that needs it. We might put one of those, the liquid Biometana liquid storage things, or I think there's other bins as well that do the same. But I've got some fantastic ones. We could highlight those, stick those in, stick the herbicide in there, spray the fields next session. Yeah, that's because it's not showing weeds. No, I think we'll do that the session after when we can. Obviously, there's a few little patches missed for some reason, so we can see. Yeah, potatoes, 2 fields of wheat. That's gone, so that's not that sunflowers anymore. Nice big field of sugar beet. Yeah, smashing. And anything else to see? No, we've just seen that really ourselves. And I'm unsure about the special crops. I have done them before, and when I saw what you harvest with, I was like, oh, it's those. I had such a fun with the old farm countryside. With those, it was awful. It's just so time consuming, and this is a time. I would like to, but I'm thinking, yeah, I've got a specific purpose on the map. Really, I ought to, yeah, do what I've got come here to do. So there's no needs ploughing. The edge of that field maybe a little. We did rip it. No, we didn't rip it up, did we? No, not at all. Quite a lot of stones. The result, I mean, you knew that. Yeah, it's a shame. But of course, now we're planted anyway. They're all sealed in, so there's nothing we can do about that. Everything's been mulched. No, everything hasn't because we didn't plough that, did we? We just no-tilled. Yeah, there should be a lot of needs rolling. Yeah, there is. So we've lost a bit of a bonus there. It's a small bonus. I am prepared to lose that. Pasture for cows. Well, maybe a way. Yeah. Trouble is that you miss what I like. I often do it more for the manure than the milk. I know. It's the mods I use. It's true. Right. I think we're going to leave it though because I bent your ears for long enough. So we've got another time-lapse work over on that to finish that off. I'd like to do that in one play session. I think we should do it. And then I'm hoping that we'll whiz through right the way through to harvest. One last thing as well. The harvester. Now these on this map, it might come into its own, but if we've got enough cash as we come out of this map, I'd like to upgrade it because I did notice it did struggle with the 13.7. There was a bit of hills on Buckland Farm. I remember its name. Yes, on Buckland Farm. Ooh, why is this? It's just a little bit that's not been done. Yeah, on Buckland Farm there was quite a hilly bit around the edge. It struggled going up there, and I thought, oh, okay, so it is, but we could have upgraded it if you remember, and no doubt it's going to cost us a lot, but I think we ought to do it, yeah, because there's going to be, not every map's going to be nice, and I mean, it has got rises and falls, you can see that, it's not like flat as a pancake, but it's fairly nice and flat, it really is. There's a lot of the fields that we've got that are really very flat. I mean, not perfect, because otherwise you can get what happened with the productions where it goes and sort of makes a hole in the ground. So yeah, but everything's, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm tired. Oh, just so annoying me. Why do they open it and make it look such a mess? Yes. Well, that's it. Sugar beet takes such a lot of seeds. So it's unbelievable. Anyway. Right, that is it. Yeah, all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Ooh, one thing I just want to check, because obviously I've tried to highlight this and I've spoken about this is more to show, you could technically say this is work, but it's more actually to show those who have never used this beautiful thing about the wobble on the back, really. So we need to unfold that. Now I think we have to do something. I don't think it's as simple as it. I think we have to go on it and... God, it's a long time since I've done it. Oh, that just does the screen. That's unfolded. Pipe out? What pipe? That might be it. Yeah, there you go. That's what that's all about. Yeah, it's fantastic. When you go around the corners, your mower goes around the corner. And it's your back that causes some issues, but I've got to be honest, your front can also cause, to be perfect, you need to buy a second one. And it is quite amazing, so yeah, it really does work very well when you go around corners. Obviously we all know you usually lose corner swishers and there's horrible marks all over your field. This really does make a difference, but we shall see whether just having it on the biggest back mower is enough or whether there's going to be gaps because caused by the front going round. But I am looking forward to using this. Again, I might spend time running around the edge of the field again just to do this. I might do that. Now this is actually the perfect candidate. It's got narrows and it is a big tractor. Just go straight down the middle of where it is and just run edges over all of them. If we've got 5 minutes at the end of the session, we've done all the planting for this year. I'm hoping we get through another year at least, but we shall see. Yeah, we're third. This is the third session, so we. Yeah, not halfway yet. We should be able to do it. I just want to bring those beautiful productions in, get some olives and wine to really get some cash flowing, hopefully. I mean, not just with that, but because obviously we've done an awful lot of work. is obviously, yeah. I mean, this is also, I'm trying to feature a mod and center around its, yeah, I'm sorry to do this again, but yeah, trying to center. Now, obviously, we brought the old General Mill by Farmer Jeb in, so we're centering our work around. I did this on Yarra Valley as well, because it's got a lot of things going for it. So the sugar, we've got the sugar beets. With the flour, we've got wheat. We could change to flour, really, instead of, yeah, because I mean, the flour's quite stupendous. It's lossless in a way. You get a byproduct. So yeah, well, we could have done flour from corn as well, but that is loss. Yeah, so that one not so good. And soybeans, well, soybeans are really loss. Yeah, and they're poor enough. I mean, not poor. I don't mean it in that way. Yeah, that's the best. But you do get gain on that normally, but you also get chaff as well. So oats is amazing. Sorghum's just a bit of growth, and that's loss, but you don't lose, you gain it as chaff. So again, not a bad little thing at all. Then we'd need to find a bakery. Now, I haven't used the Land Bäckerei for a long time, my favourite bakery, so we could maybe put that down. Yeah, we shall see. We need to see what's kind of cash we're dealing with. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've never used the Akimobile. Maybe one of those that's a little bit too stupendous. But then again, it's expensive to fill it with all of what it needs, especially the pallets. So yeah, so to the victor goes a spoil, and yeah, the gain is commensurate with the loss. Hopefully, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I am tired, so I'm waffling. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.